trying to get the W and the top spot on the podium. A year ago, Chevrolet won 14 of the 16 races in the Verizon IndyCar Series. His wife looks on as Sebastian comes to take the white flag. One more lap to go in the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg.
Last lap, bring it home.
There's his teammate Ed Jones in front of him.
I'm sure if you saw Claire's fingers were crossed on both ends.
These are the hardest laps for the family to sit in the pits.
Yeah, we know what's going on in the car. It's pretty simple for us. We just got some turns to navigate.
He's still attacking. Did you see him attack that curb in 3?
Well, he's got an 8-second lead, so that turning the fuel map to setting 1 for Pagenaud must have been, we need to save more to make it to the checkers.
Or there's a code there. One's not really 1, maybe one's 5. You never know.
Maybe he wants to have a 9-second lead just to end the race in style. What a perfect drive. What a great execution.
Bourdais has won four times in the last 3 years with the KV Racing team. The last time someone won from last starting spot in an IndyCar Series race, 2014, Scott Dixon at Mid-Ohio. Final corner. A 36th career win and a hometown checkered flag for St. Petersburg, Sebastian Bourdais and Dale Coyne Racing.
He's close. He's right there. He's got to get a good exit beyond the push to pass. Much better exit. A little bit of wheel spin. He got a little sideways. And now there's a gap.
White flag is out. One more time around. Just under 2 miles here on the streets of Long Beach.
Dixon's kind of close. Nope, not close enough.
A big gap, though. A second between first and second. James Hinchcliffe and Sebastian Bourdais. Bourdais trying to stay in front of Joseph Newgarden. Scott Dixon running in the 4th spot.
Oh, that's Hildebrand.
J.R. Hildebrand in the runoff area. He won't affect this one.
See Bourdais still fending off. Hinchcliffe now pulling away. Bourdais on the defensive to keep Newgarden behind. Hinchcliffe now has a 1.5 second gap. He's can almost cruise at home now. He's just got to get through this last corner here. Last couple corners.
Sideway for the final time for James Hinchcliffe. He makes the right-hand turn at 9. Now the sweeping turn 10. Coming through the hairpin for the final time. James Hinchcliffe coming by the grandstands. Hinchcliffe's going to win at Long Beach. Sebastian.
Just think about what Roger Penske and his organisation has and continues to accomplish on a global scale at the weekend in Australia in the Supercar Championship. Fabian Coulthard, for the time being, gave the captain and the Team Penske, DJR Team Penske Racing, the championship lead. You know, Roger's only been involved in supercar racing in Australia for a couple of years, and now they're winning and leading the championship. Here, leading this race, they're going back to the 500 to try and win another one in Monster Energy Cup competition, in Xfinity competition. It is amazing.
And let's not forget how big it was for Simon Pagenaud, last year's champion, to win his first race for Roger Penske. With 1 lap to go, this could get Newgarden on the run for the championship this season. They're all spread out by equal amounts now, about a second between first and second and a second back to Simon Pagenaud.
How do you feel, Paul Tracy, when you drive for the captain, Roger Penske? Well, you just want to deliver it, right?
You want to deliver. I was always on the verge of being fired all the time, so it was a little bit different for me. I was always walking around on eggshells.
Joseph Newgarden, what a story it is. This is the closest racetrack for him to where he grew up.
Do whatever you need with the button.
Do whatever you need with the button, says Tim Cindric. The kid from Hendersonville, Tennessee, who had his highest point in IndyCar Series racing at this very track. He's got 3 career victories, by the way, but none in Penske colours yet. He's half a lap from home. And another great young American talent, following in the footsteps of the likes of Ryan Hunter-Reay.
He's so classy. I bet you he'll get out of the car and he'll say, you know what, I got lucky today with Will Power. He was in control.
And he speaks beautifully. He's well presented, and boy, can he drive a car. First win in Penske colours for Joseph Newgarden. He's done it again at Barber.
Good job. Great job, guys. Got the first one together. Thank you.
Another strong run off of 2. White flag for Simon Pagenaud. 13-second lead.
Less than a mile to go for Simon Pagenaud. Pagenaud with 8 career wins coming into this race. None of those have ever been on an oval.
Oh, this could be good coming to turn 3 for J.R. Hildebrand. Great run out of turn 2.
Great battle for second, but coming out of turn 4, Simon Pagenaud's going to win at Phoenix.
Good job, little bud.
Max Chilton 7th, Alexander Rossi 8th, Spencer Piggott 9th after the great run in the opening laps to pick up some spots. And now the white flag in the final lap here at Indianapolis.
What's that smoke from?
That was up ahead of Will Power. Tony Kanaan locking him up in turn 1. Something that the former Indy 500 champ has had a lot of difficulty with throughout this last 2 days of running here.
He's really looking forward to getting off this track and getting onto the speedway.
Now properly sees who's in the mirror, and he knows that he's leading, and like a veteran, like a professional that he is, he moves over and lets Will Power go through without a problem.
Rick Mears and Helio Castroneves, along with Will Power, have been tied for 11th place in all-time series wins. That is about to change as Will Power works his way through the final corners and toward a checkered flag. His second win on the road course at Indianapolis, his first win of this season, and victory number 30 of his career. Checkered flag at the Brickyard to Penske Racing and Will Power.
Dude, nice work. Great job, guys. Great job. Great funny. Very good effort all around. Thank you, guys.
He's won once in IndyCar Series competition. Former Formula One driver. Had one getaway a few years ago. Now he's going to see the white flag, and he's opened up a little bit of a gap on Castroneves. 1 lap to go in the Indy 500.
White flag. Keep hustling.
Castroneves tries to close, Sato tries to defend. 2 corners until the checkered flag.
Still clear by 2.
The one that got away comes back to him. Checkered flag is in the air, and the 101st Indianapolis 500 is won by Takuma Sato.
For the fans at home, when you watch guys go around the racetrack, the cars that are bouncing around, those are the ones that are hard to drive. You see that green flashing light that was right behind Graham's head. That's the push to pass that we talk about. He's taking advantage of it now, using it, getting some more horsepower to try and stretch his lead a little bit from Dixon. He's very comfortable, but he's using it. He's being a smart race driver. And what I watch for in Graham's cars, it's going over all the bumps like it's got air suspension. The car is working so well for him, better than everybody else's, and he's doing a perfect job by driving it and not making a mistake.
An illustration of him having speed as he comes to take the white flag and start the last lap at Detroit, the last road course race on the road course circuit at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Graham Rahal started deep in the field. He started 20th and finished 6th. You do that, yeah, a little by strategy, but mostly by having a good race car, driving the wheels off it, and passing cars.
Well, and the other thing that's really impressive is that this usually, with the exception of this weekend and last week in Indianapolis, is a single car team going against the powerhouses like Penske, like Andretti, and like Ganassi that have 3 or 4 cars on their teams to get information, data, and make the cars better, especially on a street circuit like this that you don't get a chance to test at. That's the impressive thing that I see right now with Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan Racing, and Graham Rahal.
But this racetrack does that every now and again. It has surprise winners, and it's nice to see Rahal's team get right back in front where they need to be. Obviously, qualifying in pole made his job a lot easier today.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call him a surprise winner though. He has been so strong last year as a single car team, and this year he's done an astounding job.
Final 2 corners. 7th different winner in 7 races this season for the Verizon IndyCar Series, and career win number 5 to Graham Rahal at Detroit.
All right. Thank you. Hey, that's my first win in Detroit, my hometown. Great job, buddy. Great job. You just controlled this whole race. Mix 8.
weekend sweep. Final lap here in Detroit.
Highway flag. You're 8 tenths faster than Newgarden. Good gap.
And Alan, you mentioned a Rahal sweep. It's also, if he gets to the finish line first, a Honda sweep here in Detroit, Chevy's hometown.
Down the long backstretch, down the Strand.
Yeah, and at the straightaway is really the last place that Newgarden had a good chance of passing him, but he's way too far back. Rahal's using every inch of the road.
Talked about this being a double points weekend and the impact this might have on the championship. Graham Rahal came into the weekend 15th in the championship. He's going to leave in 6th place. Newgarden without enough. Checkered flag will be waving. Final couple of corners and a sweep in the Motor City waits as Graham Rahal takes the checkered flag in the second of the Detroit Grand Prix doubleheader races.
You're the man. You're the man. Man, that Honda engine was strong. Great job. No one's ever won both these races. Excellent work. Great job, gentlemen. Great job in the pits. Great job all day long.
Power stays out in front. That's Dixon right behind him. Sato in the second blue car. Kanan is the third blue car running in fourth. Sato coming to the bottom side of Scott Dixon, and they turn. Dixon goes around. Sato goes around. Power's in front.
Well, you knew it was going to happen at some point. They were absolutely driving like maniacs. Scott Dixon is going to be furious.
So under caution,
With
Will
a checker here,
Power
buddy.
will
Great
take
job
the checkered
today. You were the
flag.
man. Woo!
The 31st win of Will Power's IndyCar career, his second at Texas Motor Speedway.
Good job in the pit. Fantastic job. Oh my God, what a race.
Scott Dixon's had so much bad luck the last 8 weeks. Fast at Indy with a huge crash. Mugged at Indy. Crashed in Texas. Not his fault. So Scott Dixon needs that good luck to turn, and there's going to be one lap to go. And now they'll use up every bit of that horsepower left on the button. 14-17 on the seconds remaining. Newgarden now 15 seconds left.
Long way to go, though. We've got a long lap, so we cannot afford to make a mistake, drop a wheel in the grass, and Newgarden will pounce, and we know how aggressive he is when he wants to get by.
I think this is Newgarden's last chance right here. I don't see how he can make it work unless it happens here, and there he goes wide. That's a big gap to try to make up as they go to turn 5.
Half a lap to go. We showed you the story in our pre-race. You can still find it on social media of the young fan who was so frightened with the major shock in Indianapolis when Scott Dixon a letter. Lucy had a chance to meet her hero this week, and she is enjoying this one. Scott Dixon is less than a half a lap away from his first win of the season and an opportunity to take a little bit more control of the championship.
Newgarden trying everything. He is using every centimeter of this racetrack, left to right, sliding right out on the exit curve to the grass, but it's so hard, Paul, to stay close to the carousel. This is a 130-mile-an-hour corner, and you need all the downforce, and when you have dirty air, you just can't draw close.
Push to pass again for Scott Dixon as he gets down the long back straightaway, turns it off right there, so he knows he's got a good enough gap to use it coming to the start-finish line, and he has driven the perfect race today.
Newgarden's close.
This is the last passing opportunity coming up into Canada Corner. One more long stretch where they'll push up to 190 miles an hour, and it's not going to happen through there. Back up the hill through 14. It was thought to be a Penske weekend, but Scott Dixon, the master, is going to take the checkered flag and win for the first time in Road America and the first time in 2017. And we're poised for our 9th different winner of the season. Graham Rahal and Joseph Newgarden are still going at it for 5th position. White flag for Helio Castroneves. Under a mile to go to win for the 30th time in his career. On the backstretch, J.R. Hildebrand is nearly 4 seconds in arrears. Castroneves, 2 more turns to go. Checkered flag, win number 30. It snaps a more than 3-year drought. And Castroneves squarely is in the championship hunt.
White flag here, white flag.
1 more to go for Joseph Newgarden. The gap at the line is still very comfortable.
And this is where you have to be careful. Lap to go, 2 hard chargers with Sato and Daly. Daly gonna go for it if he's got a chance, and Newgarden just has to protect.
Rossi on the push to pass, so he's trying to close this gap down in the last couple corners. Can he get there? Can he close this gap? He's definitely closed down a little bit.
Newgarden wants them to be on it. He doesn't want to have to deal with him. Go quickly. Help me keep Alexander Rossi at bay, about 2 seconds behind. Sato, Daly, trying to stay on their giddy up. Stay in their race and stay out of the leader's way.
2 more corners to go.
He's got it.
Joseph Newgarden uses strategy to his advantage. The yellow works in his favor, and the championship is even tighter. Joseph Newgarden has won again on the streets of Toronto.
Hey boys, how about that? Great car, great stop.
He has absolutely schooled the field as Joseph Newgarden today. Just untouchable. White flag. Boy, what a pretty sight here. Mid-Ohio, glorious day. He's been denied twice before through no fault of his own. He's the fastest guy on track and nothing but clear track in front of him.
You know, we love to see side-by-side action going to the finish line, and that's always entertaining, but there's something to be said about a dominant, brilliant performance, and that's what Joseph Newgarden has delivered today.
He's on the push to pass again, so he's going to use it all the way around the track.
He wants fastest lap of the race. He has got a 106.0, Alexander Rossi with a 105.9. So Joseph Newgarden wants to find half a tenth to lay claim to full domination today. That's why he's on push to pass.
0 for Rahal. He is out of push to pass. Power, 11 seconds left. Pagano has 5, but right now, it is all Joey Newjive.
He heads into turn 10. Power in second just now through turn 9. A couple of turns to go. Joseph Newgarden will go back-to-back in IndyCar. He will take the championship lead for the first time. Joseph Newgarden dominates at Mid-Ohio. Power won here last year. As we come to the white flag, Joseph Newgarden trying to make it 3 wins in a row this season. Alexander Rossi is still there, and Pagano is within range back and forth. Through turn 1.
Pagano at a 2:16. He's closed that gap. I don't think he's got a shot, but he might get Rossi. But this is going to be the key corner right here as we come to turn 3.
Newgarden is within range. Does he have a run for Will Power? Power comes down low to defend. Rossi thinking about the high side. Newgarden going high, trying to go over-under. Can he get it done? Back on the main straightaway. Will Power is going to go back-to-back to win at Pocono and get back in the championship mix.
Oh, man. Yes.
Coming towards the white flag. 1 lap to go for Joseph Newgarden. Dixon is not within range, but looks like he might be able to hold on to second. Pagano is several car lengths back. Castroneves in 4th position, and Daly looking for his best career result on an oval. Joseph Newgarden is going to win for the 4th time in 2017. The next American superstar takes control of the championship.
Awesome, man. Awesome drive. That was our win.
And let's make sure we mention the job Ryan Hunter-Reay's done today. Don't forget, it was only 2 weeks ago that he had a 130G crash at Pocono. He still has to be suffering from that massive impact as we take the white flag lap here.
1 to go. That is all, less than 3.5 miles. And Alexander Rossi can get his first road course victory in Verizon IndyCar Series competition. He only has one win in IndyCar competition, but it's the biggest win you can have, the Indianapolis 500. What a day this has been, not only for Alexander Rossi and the Andretti Autosport team and the Napa 98 squad, because it hasn't all gone their way. They had those refueling issues, and Alexander had to come in off sequence very early in the stint. A caution came out, a really timely caution came out, which aided them, but nonetheless, he has had the speed all day long.
And Paul, I love how Alexander Rossi is finishing this lap with anger. He's not just coasting it in. He wants to prove the point, I belong at the front of this field everywhere we go.
Well, you can't afford to let up on the gas pedal. You can't back yourself up to a guy like Scott Dixon, because he will pounce no matter what lap it is. But a nice, clean finish to the race here for Alexander Rossi.
Alexander Rossi has woven together the perfect race today. It didn't look like it was going his way, but it is now. And the 25-year-old American gets his first road course win. Rossi wins at the Glen. How about that over Scott Dixon? This championship has tightened way up.
Chilton was on the push to pass, trying to stay on the lead lap. One more lap to go at the line, so he will fight to end his season on the lead lap.
Don't get caught up in that mess in front of you. Do what we're doing here. One more.
Cindric giving his driver instructions, don't get caught up with that mess in front of you, because we see Chilton is fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Well, remember, Max Chilton drives for Chip Ganassi. Even though this might be the last lap that he drives for Chip Ganassi, he's still on that team, and up ahead of Chilton is Charlie Kimball, who might be on his last lap for Chip Ganassi. So that's what Tim Cindric refers to by the mess. They don't want anything to happen that could affect Dixon's ability to make something happen as a miracle here with half a lap to go.
By the way, Max Chilton will finish, if he stays where he is now, Max Chilton will finish 11th in the championship. That's not a bad run. Not a bad run.
He was just on the push to pass to get his wide, tires spinning coming out of the corner. All these marbles here offline. Look at the size of those marbles, Townsend. Big chunks.
No pressure from behind.
They're huge.
Oh,
it looks like a
gonna
gravel
make a
trap.
move.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a brave move for the last lap.
Simon Pagenaud and his engineer, Ben Bretzman, had composed a really sensible, savvy race, a four-stop strategy to get Simon Pagenaud the victory as he comes into the final turn. But the focus, he might be in position 2 and car number 2, but he will be number 1. Simon Pagenaud wins in Sonoma, but Joseph Newgarden is the 2017 Verizon IndyCar Series champion.
Great team. Great job, team. Awesome work. Awesome stuff. Thank you, guys.
It's a reality now for Joseph Newgarden, the 26-year-old from Hendersonville, Tennessee, is a champ. He's the first American IndyCar champion in 5 years. What an awesome performance. Ashley, his girlfriend, Christina, his sister, mum and dad are there as well. That is huge. Winning the championship in your first year for Roger Penske. It doesn't get any better.
How many more is Joseph Newgarden capable of at such a young age with an amazing team? He's got such a bright future. And he'll remember this cool-down lap for a long time under the golden Californian sun. Thumbs up from all his fellow drivers.
And Joseph Newgarden is the 2017 Verizon IndyCar Series champion.
There's the push to pass.
Just think back to the beginning of the broadcast when he told now Kevin Lee, I'm trying to keep my emotions in check. I'm trying not to let it get the best of me and get carried away. Just got to do what I know. Let's hear from the